Hello there, welcome to Heart Explained Therapy, and this is going to be one of my crazy rants because I am just sick to death of this world and what happens. Now, have you heard of a chap, and I'm just looking at my laptop here, Pewdiepie, Pewdiepie. He's the most googled person on the Google word search. He's the most googled person when you type in a video on YouTube. He's got 102 million subscribers, and I have just seen what he does. He sits with a pair of headphones on with his little dog, one of those squashed up face pug things, and he talks whilst playing Minecraft. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. 102 million subscribers. There's 102. Now, let me just tell you that Wembley holds, I believe, between 90,000 fans, somewhere along 90,000 fans capacity. It could be even more, I'm not sure. But that's one stadium, 90,000 capacity. Now, if you compare Wembley Stadium to 102 million, it's actually nowhere close. 102 million subscribers on a Swedish guy or Norwegian guy who sits there playing a computer game. Now, I've watched his videos and I'd love to say he has the most driest, darkest wit ever seen, but he hasn't. And I'd love to say, you know what, he might just be playing Minecraft with his ugly little dog, but he's just speaking great words of wisdom, and he's just intellectual, and he's just a great personality, but he's not. Now, I've got no problem with the guy. I've got a problem with the 102 million subscribers that he's got. Now, I looked at one of his videos and it had 25,000 comments. Now, I don't know how 25,000 people can comment on a guy playing a computer game with my conscious brain. I can't consume or perceive a reality where there could possibly be 25,000 comments other than go and get a job, go and get a real job. Why don't you work in a meat factory, you know, if you're that bored? But the comments were engaging in the Minecraft game. There was engaging about this ugly dog. And I just realised right there and then, the world has not got a chance because of that unconscious behaviour. Now, let's just break it down without the pain of me only getting one like and no comments for my videos. Even though I believe that I'm trying to help people see the light of consciousness to save their mental health and their soul, I've realised that 102 million subscribers don't realise I've got a problem because they're engaged in such a beautiful activity like watching someone play Minecraft. Now, the psychology behind that is absolutely frightening. Your brain can set off a frequency that is either flatlining, which means that you're doing nothing, you're hardly stimulated, or it can be very powerful. It can be a powerful vibration based on your brain working at full capacity. You would be able to create one of the most brilliant inventions the world has ever seen. Unfortunately, 102 million of you are engaging and watching in something that just produces this flat line. Now, you could say that this is just a big ego defence, that it's just a distraction from the reality of your world, and this world that you live in might be painful and horrible and hideous, and this brings you a sense of comfort. But I would say, why don't you try to reproduce that behaviour? Now, the behaviour, what you're seeing is somebody who's not really producing much brain or energy and is becoming very successful and very rich from doing it. this Pewdiepie or whatever his name is. He's really found the perfect algorithm for life. And what I would like you to do, the 25,000 who found it, somewhere in their intelligent IQ, which must be, I would say the tipping point of that IQ must be at least in the teens. What I would say is, why don't you try and reproduce that success with your mind? Now, whilst you're flatlining, you won't be able to think of anything because you're using watching a bloke play Minecraft as a distraction for your sad, pathetic existence. Why don't you rise above that and see what outside of that? Just don't watch it for a week, just unsubscribe and see if you can find anything better off, like saving little children, or saving unconscious people playing Minecraft, or saving unconscious people watching people play Minecraft, or at least save the pugs, save those ugly little dogs that can't breathe because their faces are squashed in, and you just look at them and you think they're nice and funny, and really what you're doing is just laughing at their squashed face. Please, please stop engaging in these acts, because basically, do you know the 102 million subscribers? It's actually the end of the world. I think I would rather have Nazi dictatorship than find a world where 102 million people subscribe to somebody playing a computer game. Nazi dictatorship had some sort of goal in mind for a greater race. They had some. They had to hypnotise a whole population and carry out actions and had some sort of energy in what they do. This unconscious world has lost the plot, and I don't see anybody saying anything. I mean, why isn't Boris Johnson forgetting all about COVID and the disease that seems to be sweeping through the UK and hunting down the 25,000 people that leave comments, because you know these are going to be the ones I can't even explain. I could just imagine them smelling of crisps. They've eaten that many crisps on the sofa. They must just smell of savoury snacks. Now, I don't know how that gets popular. I don't know how the mind can even be that much in pain that they would see that as distraction. Now, my son watches these games and he's 10 years old, and I know he's worth more than that. I know he's clever and intelligent. I give him books and he has started to just edge into reading books, and he has a time limit on this. Some of these people, some of these comments looked like they were from adults. The guy, Pewdiepie Piper, the Norwegian or Swedish bloke, he's an adult. He could work. He could use his mind, and he's playing Minecraft. My God, I'm not a religious person, but if you're up there, the 102 million subscribers was the last straw. Please come down, do what you want to do. If it means that you have to kill every single human that's made a sin, if it involves the 102 million subscribers, I'll be grateful. I want God to exist. I've never asked for anything before, but come on, this can't be a world that we live in. You know, I've been shocked in the past. I was shocked when the planes flew into the Twin Towers. I remember watching that on the news. That was shocking. I remember thinking Donald Trump just running for the President of America was a big surprise for me. I didn't even know that you could get that far into a powerful position, never mind the power that he got to. Boris Johnson refusing to have a haircut. I don't get that. But my God, this one just the most Googled man every single day. It's like, come on. Or maybe I'm the crazy one. And if you look at my views and comments, you can see that I must be the unintellectual person in the whole of YouTube, because it just doesn't make any sense to me. I would happily live with Donald Trump being cloned and becoming the president and the prime minister of every country on the planet if it gets rid of these 25,000 unconscious comments. I'm in shock.